Hey guys, I am the creator of Art Thou Alchemy. I'm Ariana, and I really wanted to sit and describe to you guys what that means, what it's all about, what you're seeing, or what you will be seeing when you see more of my stuff and my videos, what I will be posting, and where a lot of my other stuff is so that you can visit me on a few other platforms as well. So let's get into it, all right? So, the beginning. What is Art Thou Alchemy? Well, I'll explain. So, Art Thou Alchemy is, I kind of like want to call it a place where I'm creating for creatives and a place that I can tell all my stories and share my art and eventually create productions that will be for you guys to be able to see in the 3D, which I'm really excited about. And it's a place for me to learn and practice and you guys to kind of come along my journey with me to see what that looks like. Because there's parts of this art journey that I am still having my Bambi legs on, guys. And you guys get to see that firsthand and see my transparency and also watch me. Okay, so let's get into it. So Art Thou Alchemy, the name, I came up with it because I wanted to create a segue for other creatives like myself. So it's kind of like where all my art resides, my stories, because I'm a storyteller first, and just a place that I like to consider magical. And that's kind of how I came up with the alchemy and adding it to art part, because I kind of feel that art is a sense of alchemy. It's like you co-creating with the divine because you grab something from a place that no one else can see but you, and you have this vision, and it's not anything in the 3D and tangible yet, but yet we make it in a 3D. We create something that's tangible, and I really just wanted to create that space with Art Thou Alchemy. In my name, Art Thou Alchemy, instead of it having the MY at the end, it's ME, and I made it that way intentionally. So just to say, you're the artist, you're the one that is the alchemist of your life, right? So that could be me, that could be you, that can be anyone. And I really want to create a tribe of people that like the things that I like, the stories, and just encourage each other, watch each other grow in this art journey and storytelling journey, which I'll get into explaining how I kind of just merged the two of art, my digital art, and my storytelling ability. So that is the story part of Art Thou Alchemy's name. So what is the story of how I even came up with all of this, and why I'm even making a video and creating Art Thou Alchemy and doing digital art and doing stories and all that stuff? So I've loved to read since I was a little girl. Let's start there. So I was in book clubs and stuff like that. And I would read books and think to myself, like, I can totally create my own book one day. I would love to do that. And I just kept reading and reading and reading. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and write my own thing. And I also was in theater for like 5 years. So I would read a whole bunch of people's scripts and things like that. I had never written one of my own. Up until this point, I was just reading a lot of this stuff. And I just thought to myself, like, I really have an idea for a script. In the process of studying scripts, reading a lot of script books and stuff like that for screenplays, I wrote my first screenplay, Metamorphosis in Black. And I entered it into a contest and for Writers Digest magazine, it ended up being the top 10. And it was like my first script I've ever written in my entire life. Unfortunately, it wasn't the top 3, but the top 10, I got an honorable mention. So I was in Writers Digest magazine, and it just was like so awesome to me to be able to create something and all the stories that I'm telling my friends about. And see it become tangible. So it made me even more want to continue to write. And I continued to write. But at the same time, I really wanted to put on this stuff, but I didn't want to put it on in the most conventional way. I was really into animations and I really loved that. So let me say this part. I like all my writings are like sci-fi fantasy. That is the genres that just make me so excited because anything is possible with those things. Like anything is possible. It could seem like things are going to be regular, and then you go and you create worlds and you build different languages and things like that. I am such a nerd and dork for that kind of stuff. So I wanted to create that for myself where I can create these worlds and these elaborate stories where anything is possible. So I just wanted to kind of give you the backstory on that, on why I wanted to create my own place. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I, began writing my own scripts and my sci-fi fantasy scripts at that. And I really wanted to put them on, but when I seen them all animated. At this point, I knew nothing about digital art. Like at this point, I was just admiring it. And I was a little like nerd girl, and on my breaks at work, I would read comics and stuff like that, the digital comics on Webtoons. And I was going through this stuff and I was like, oh my gosh, I could tell my own stories. This is so good. How are they doing this? So like everybody else, I went to YouTube University, and that's when I saw like people doing stuff on these pads. And at the time I knew nothing about nothing. So I just dove in, invested in a Wacom Cintiq. I think I said that right. And I bought my own, and I just hooked it up the best way that I could and learned how to just do art on that thing. And the first pieces that I did were so trash. And I'm still working on stuff. Like my realism and stuff like that is a lot better, but my cartoon art is what you guys will also be seeing me do. You'll see me do both, but I'm definitely going to be practicing my cartoon art. Cartoon art is not my forte, but I really want to get good at it. So you'll see me trying that out, and a lot of you will probably be like, oh, hell no, this is ugly or whatever. But we got to start somewhere, because I remember my first piece of realism art, I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I was doing something. It was so trash. And now I create like, different pieces now that, I feel like are pretty decent. And I'm going to continue to grow and get better. And instead of just automatically waiting to be better and come out, I feel like the only thing right would be to watch you, let you guys watch me along this journey of kind of stumbling and figuring some of this stuff out. So yeah, and that's what we'll be doing on this channel. We'll be talking. I'll be telling you a lot of different wisdom stories about myself while we do art, and some stories just in general. That I would just like add the different lessons and stuff that I learned about life, the different ways that I think that is just absolutely absurd and crazy, because my friends are always talking to me and like, you need to create a podcast and blah, blah, blah. And there's just so many things that go through my mind. So I figured we just have like a therapy session, make it a safe place, be able to say all different kinds of things that are on our mind and do art together. And that is what I will predominantly be doing. And eventually down the line, I am looking to have animations. So that is going to be so much fun. But I really wanted to just introduce just my art page / production page, and explain to you guys what this stands for, what it means to me, how it came about, all the above, so you know what you're supporting. This alone has been an interesting journey for me because I'm really looking to be creative. I've been, being in the field where it's just business, and I'm a very creative soul. So being able to do something like this that means like so much to me is just pretty dope. So I hope to create a tribe of weirdos like me that like a lot of the stuff that I do and are cool with like learning with me, because I have a lot to learn. And if you're cool with that and my stories and the process and things that I'm just learning on this journey of life, then bring it on, because I can use an awesome tribe along this journey. So thanks for watching if you continue to watch this far. And I'm the creator of Art Thou Alchemy. I'm Ariana Lynn. Thanks.